Me, Luis Miguel, and Mariah went to Luis's house for it was something, and Mariah found out that it was 1 degree hotter somewhere else. So she's like, "Fuel up the jet, let's go." And we start to take off, and Luis and I are sitting next to each other, and Mariah and her assistant are sitting across, and the plane starts to take off, and then all of a sudden it starts doing this. And the oxygen masks pop out of the ceiling, and mist starts feeling like the white oxygen mist starts filling the plane, and we're looking at each other like, what the fuck's going on? When the stewardess hits the deck and starts crying, you know you're in trouble.
Oh, fuck no.
You know what I'm saying? So we thought we were going to crash land. And Mariah and her assistant are freaking out, crying. Luis and I look at each other. I look back, and I see a bottle of vodka sitting on the freaking counter. I walk over there. I grab the bottle of vodka, 2 glasses, sit down with Luis, and we look at each other and go, look, if we're going to die, we're going to fucking die.
Rest in peace to my homeboy Longface. He did the same thing. I seen that happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck it. So I hand him a glass, and he's like, fuck it, give me the bottle. And we're drinking out of the bottle. We took the oxygen mask and put them on our heads like hats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the little yellow things on our heads with the things around our chins. And we fucking got drunk on the way down. And we ended up like landing, but it was a real rough landing. And they said that the vents didn't close. So when we got to 10,000 feet, the cabin didn't pressurize. So it was going down basically. So, you know, the pilot, you know, private jet pilots kind of, you know, smooth like that. And, you know, we ended up landing, and Luis and I ended up just getting shit-faced drunk. And he said, you know what? We're not going to take the plane now. I'm going to get a yacht. So we got a yacht, and we were standing. Mariah actually cooked dinner that night to calm down. And
what did she cook? I want to know what she cooked.
It was fettuccine Alfredo, I believe.
Yeah, my name is Luigi.
Chicken Alfredo, homie. She's a good cook.
Okay.
That's a flex. You know, she does a lot of things good. But we were standing on the edge of the yacht, and Luis and I look over and we see a golf cart.
Okay.
And so I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, Damizza, let's do it. So we got in the golf cart. He got it. He was trying to drive, and I pushed him, so I was driving, and he says, Damizza, right. And I made a left turn, and he goes flying out of the golf cart and did a roll on the grass. And his bodyguard flies out of the other freaking golf cart and grabs me. He's like, Damizza, that's Luis Miguel. If he gets one scratch, blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. And Luis gets up, and he looks over at me. He goes, Damizza, from now on, I will drive.
That's right. That's some funny shit, though. Hey,
I thought he was going to kill me that night.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
But, you know, that's like, I mean, yeah, I've had some really crazy experiences like that. Like, what am I doing here? You know, there was one night in Korea, Mariah called me up and said, we're going to Korea. And I'm like, no, you're going to Korea. And she goes, do you want to meet Michael Jackson or not?
Damn.
And I'm like, fuck it, let's go. So I got on, packed my little bag, got on the plane, and the next thing I know, I'm standing on the side of the stage, and Michael Jackson's performing, and it's me, Luis Miguel, and Mariah, all standing on the side of the stage, and it was so crazy to watch Michael Jackson perform that close. And he would do, like, the whole Smooth Criminal set, come over and have a conversation with us, and he'd go, hold on a second. He'd go change in the Beat It outfit, go out there and do the whole Beat It set, and then come over and pick up the conversation exactly where he left off.
Wow. True professional.
I mean, it was like, it was a machine. It was like watching a Broadway stage play that had been done 1,000 times. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. Like, I've been a part of some really crazy moments, and I've seen some really crazy moments. And, you know, God has blessed me so much. And that's also part of the reason why I try to give so much, is sometimes I feel guilty about that shit. Like, why me? You know, imposter syndrome. They're going to fire me any second. Like, you know, why am I here? I'm nothing special. You know what I mean? But then I realized what my position was. But it ain't about me. It's about everybody around me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if that inspires them, then just be the door. You're experiencing this so that you can be a better door. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? You can open it for those things. Yeah, yeah. Nate Dogg passed, and it's sad, but his legacy lives on through people like you and that record. Do you know
That's
what I'm
dope.
saying? Like it helps it move forward. You know what I mean? And that's why is I can trust that legacy with you. And I knew that was coming. I knew where you were heading. That's what I always see like a couple of years into the future. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to artists, I can just see whether you have it or not. And I can see whether you're over or whether you're going to do something next. And I could just see the momentum by what you were building, the plans that you had, and branching out into the movies. Forgetting we did that movie. You know what I mean? I got to be in your movie.
That's
You know
dope.
what I'm saying?
Thank
Like,
you for that.
and I'm watching you film those things, and I'm like, I should put this fool with. We're gonna do this Bone video. Well, then that will add credibility to the video shooting stuff, and maybe you can expand it. Blah 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 blah. Blah. And that's the way I'm thinking in the back of my head. And I'm like, okay, we need to empower him to do more videos. Okay, so let's get some names behind it. Let's do this. Let's put a little money behind it. Let's put some more bigger budgets. Let's get that more expensive hotel room. Fuck it if they're going to yell at me. Let's do this right. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and taking those chances and saying, let's do this, and pushing for it. I mean, there's the behind the scenes conversations that cats don't see where it's like, no, man, I'm putting my neck out here to make sure that this happens.
Real shit.
Maybe I'll take a hit or cut my pay this month and let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm here for.
Hell yeah.
So that other people can make it.